problem. Okay, well, I have no idea what that problem was, but whatever. Seems to have resolved itself. So, we're going to go ahead and jump in to um our continuing adventures with Tarle Streamer. Because yesterday was actually the official 12th anniversary of Guild Wars 2. There is the anniversary going on, which 2 years ago they released these events, the Decade of Dragons events, or achievements, I should say, not events. I have completed them all. They do give one proof of legend, as well as the primary one itself gives a Dragon Decade weapon pack, as well as a Decade's War Skin, which is a back piece. Most of them were fairly straightforward. They're just complete 10 events in specific regions. With PvP and World vs. World ones, they were 10 matches and 10 events in World vs. World. Nothing super difficult. And then there were ones for some of the world bosses, as well as some of the endgame areas and missions and things. They were fairly straightforward. They were fairly simple. Nothing super special, nothing amazing. The Decade of Dragons celebrated the 10 years of Guild Wars 2, as well as the first 3 expansions in base game and the Elder Dragon Saga wrapping up. Now, they also have increased rewards during this time. Not to say that stuff like Wizard Vault is increased. It is not. As you can see, there's still the base things. There is nothing extra in the special for it. It's not like with the Festival of Four Winds, or like there will be with Halloween in a couple months, where there'll be special stuff for the Wizard Vault. I am going to grab another one of those, however. That being said, I'm just going to grab the dagger skin, because the way the weapon boxes or weapon skin boxes work for Wizard Vault, once you take a skin out of it once, it removes it from the selection. So you cannot pick the same weapon skin twice. That was not true in the original. The very first set, which, let me pull up the legacy rewards. The Secrets of the Obscure season, the original season of the Wizard Vault, the Sanctified Weapons skin selection box originally allowed you to select the same skin multiple times. However, that resulted in players submitting several tickets to ANET support, having mistakenly picked skins they already had unlocked, meaning the skin really didn't do them any good, and it was a waste of their astral acclaim. Now, ANET did do some compensation for that, and stuff on a case-by-case basis. However, that also led to them in the subsequent seasons, starting with Through the Veil, making it so once you took a weapon skin from the set, it was removed from your selectable options. So you can no longer accidentally take the same skin twice when getting the weapon skins out of here. Which means once you have them all, you are done. It will be sold out, you will no longer be able to buy any, and you should have every weapon skin in the collection unlocked. That being said, it is going to take us a little while to get all of these, and then we will start working on getting stuff down here.
Is that better than what I have on? Yes, yes it is.
Oops.
5, which is not enough for the next trait in Valor, and I want to finish Valor before starting on the others.
Alright, that's fine. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start working on gathering and map clearing. When we get to the story, obviously we will do the story. However, the start of our story is no longer in the explorable area here. It is now inside Lion's Arch. As such, we are going to be doing 100% map completion of Gendarin Fields here before continuing on to the story when we get to Lion's Arch. Also, in the interest of completing the special achievement, I am going to swap my bow for my spear. And work on spear skills and getting spear kills for a little bit. As you can see, I've already done quite a few of them. Most of them were on my Elementalist, however. Simply because my Elementalist is a lot easier to get spear kills on. Because, honestly, the Elementalist has a much better spear setup. This is over here. Okay, cool. Now I just have to remember what I'm doing here. Because I need to get up there. I need this. Dang it. There we go. Okay, this is not necessarily, technically speaking, part of the area. There it is. This is actually a jumping puzzle area, if I can get in there. Known as the not-so-secret jumping puzzle. It is an Aether Blade area, and there are some Aether Blade enemies a little later on in here. I need to remember where this goes. I think it just goes straight through, yeah. Ow. Okay. Now, I'm going to try this one time. The chest is actually right there. However, that is not accessible from right here. So we're going to go over here and work our way through these Aether Blades. There is an Aether Blade cache over here, which I have already opened, so I will not be able to open it again. Ow. Come on. Go down. He had too much health left. Oh well. You actually work your way through the ship around and jump in circles for a while, basically. And then you get that. There's also diving goggles in there. I have already done both of them a couple different times, actually. So there isn't really much for me to do in there. I merely wanted to show the area off. And mostly how to get into it for those that do want to attempt it. I honestly actually just recommend waiting till it is a weekly and then just getting a teleport to friend and using that to get to the end of it. Or getting a mesmer who can do it and teleports people to it to just teleport it. Using the looking for group squads here, simply because it is really tedious and annoying. I may do this one eventually as well for the weekly. I might use a teleport for that. A lot of times for the weekly, if I don't want to do them, I will simply use a teleport to friend. Alright. Now, we do have quite a bit left to do. On the map here, I'm going to run over and get this waypoint before heading up to the town there. This is actually the entrance point to Lion's Arch, which is where we need to go next for our story. However, we want to complete this map first. Now, there are two primary ways to do this, Heart. One, talk to all the lazy workers and motivate them. Two, come over here to this area and murder a bunch of wasps and grubs and things while fixing the leaky pipes. I really do not like Guardian Spear. As much as I want to use it to get the 1,000 kills for the special achievement, I really, really do not like Guardian Spear. Being as the special Wizard Vault achievement does give basically enough points to get one of the weapon skins just immediately. I still really hate this spear. It would be better if the auto attack was ranged. If I could attack from a distance with the auto attack, that would basically remove all of my problem with it. Which is part of the reason why I actually do like the Elementalist Spear, is because it does have distance as its auto attack. It is a ranged weapon. Also, a lot of the skills on Elementalist Spear I actually do just really like and have taken a shining to. Is it going to replace my staff or my sword Warhorn? No, not in a million years. But it's a fun alternative weapon to use sometimes. On the Guardian here, honestly, I don't like it. If I'm gonna melee, I'd rather just be using my sword. I mean, is it strong and does it work? Yes. Does it have some decent skills and some good AoE in skill 4? Yes. It is fairly nice and fairly good in that regard. I don't particularly care for the melee aspect of the auto attack. I do kind of think that the spear should have been a ranged weapon for everyone by default. I think pretty much all professions auto attacks with the spear should have been ranged. How far away is that? Oh, that's right down here. Okay. I'm actually going to jump on my mount so I can run down here real quick and get involved in this before they kill everybody. Well, you got wrecked, my dude. Sweet. Hey, I even got an unidentified die. Nice. Okay. Well, that one is too far away for me to deal with. So let's wait for a closer one to spawn. I could get to this one, maybe. I am going to be using mounts for this just because it is faster and these events attract a lot of people very quickly. So by the time I get over to them, a lot of times the events are basically over. Like here, where it's already into the final thing. Where's that canid? There he is. Okay. Now that we're to them swarming the area, they should be appearing in a lot more places. Wow, this is way over there. I was not expecting it to be so far away. Wow, this is other side of the map away. Okay. This one probably does not have a whole lot of people at it yet. Okay. That's lovely. Ooh, be right back. Okay. We should be back up and running. That being said, we also most likely missed the end of the events, and that sucks, but there we go. Okay. Complete the renowned heart. Okay, there we go. And we completed our dailies. Now, the last one, viewing a vista in the Janthir region, I will jump on my main later and take care of that. For now, however, we're going to do some more training in Valor. Now we simply need 7 more hero points, and we will be able to finish Valor. That being said, we can also pick one of these. Now, since I don't really use a whole lot of meditation, I mean, I could, but I don't. So, some of them would be good, but I don't really use meditations. I prefer concentrations. Or consecrations. Such as Wall of Reflect and Purging Flames. And then I use Swords of Justice just for damage. So, honestly, I think Altruistic Healing is going to be the best option here. The last one is really not super great. It basically makes it so Aegis that you grant reduces the recharge on this skill by 3 seconds per Aegis granted, which doesn't really do a whole lot, being as you'd have to apply Aegis to 2.5 times the possible targets to make this basically an instant recharge. It's still at best going to be a 17 to 18 second recharge. So, not really a whole lot of benefit there. So, honestly, healing yourself by granting boons to others, I think, is by far the best option in Valor. And obviously the one I'm using and going to be using. That may change if I switch to a different build, but While I'm using Valor, it's going to be the option I have selected. Okay. First things first, let's go over here to the hero point. Right after we go get this. Alright. Grab the ore and then go to the hero point. Go away, Barracuda. There we go. Oh no, you immobilized me. Well, I'm clearly, you know, not trying to get away. Oops. Okay, can't run across there. I have to remember how to get up to that vista. There we go. Nice. Okay, I think I actually get up to that vista from over here. Ah, excuse me. He is not a great elite. Well, he is an elite enemy. He is not a very good one. As evidenced by the fact that I soloed him without much difficulty. Yeah, surprisingly not difficult enemies. Um, there are some diving goggles over here, but I'm gonna go get the Vista rather than use the diving goggles. Because, honestly, the Vista's part of map completion, the goggles are not. That, and I can actually get back to the goggles if I want to use them. So, because the goggles are right here. Wee ploosh. Okay, back around to the waypoint and POI. Okay. Iron ore. Clam. More iron ore. Random barracuda following me. Gather all my iron. Really? Need a better tool. Seriously? Come on. Fine. Shovel. Bop. I'm surprised the shovel hasn't broken yet. I'm surprised that shovel didn't break. Okay. I'm going to actually head down this way.
Okay. Now, the sucky thing about that event is it's far enough away that it doesn't count for this heart at all. What? Oh, okay. That's fine. Now, I really have no idea what illuminating my attacks does, but it makes me feel better. Makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something. Where are you going, buddy? Get back here. I wish to kill you. Bad pirate. No repairing turret for you. Thank you for knocking the pirate out of my AoE. I'm so glad you were there to help me do that. There's another engineer. I'm gonna kill him. You want some crab? Let's go. Get some. Drive by shovel. I have no idea where to take this buried treasure. Okay, apparently she took it. I'm sure. What else? Okay. I need a shovel again. There we go. Okay. Drop the shovel. Shouldn't need it now, because turning in these papers should finish the heart. Apparently not. Okay, well, I know there's a pirate up here on top, so that'll work for me. There we go. Ran out of gathering tools. Let's deposit and compact this down. And let's go ahead and clear out the inventory a little. Okay. Now, I know I just salvaged my actual longbow that I was using, but honestly, I'm going to be using spear for a while, I think. And I just... I don't necessarily think it's going to be a big enough issue for me to get another longbow that I'm really worried about it. Okay, let's see. That one is slightly stronger, although for whatever reason has less precision. Or no, it's got more precision. Why is it showing? Oh, because it's comparing it to the trident as well. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. What about this one? It's toughness and vitality, but it is much better. So, let's equip that one. God damn it. Fucking. I hate this thing. Okay, you go there. And then go here. You can go there. Just, come on. Thank you. 214 to 244 or 241. It's 299 to 3. Okay, so you are worse. You are better. You are actually significantly better, although a lower rarity. That's weird. But sure, whatever. We'll go for defense. Okay, so the rest of that can just be salvaged out. And that unidentified dye will be used for other things later on. By which I, of course, mean crafting. You know, whatever. Okay. So, we don't necessarily have too much more to do in this area. It looks like a lot more than it is. switch back to my spear. Weird that the first mate is invulnerable, but whatever. Grab the chest. That could have been better. Grab the iron ore. Take back off. Realize my drink is empty. This is why I conveniently have my drinks sitting within arm's reach behind me. Okay. That's better. Now we are actually going way down here. And then we're going to work our way back up. Now, yes, I could do this faster if I was to use my skimmer and this, that, and the other thing. But again, I'm trying to do this without mounts as much as possible. Let's head over here. Should discover the area for us. Come on. There we go. Now, surprisingly, technically, this can be done with just a single mortar surviving. It also really only actually takes one person to defend a mortar. Because other than the occasional enemy spawns that go after it, such as this Toxic Knight here, that will come after me first, the mortar that's inside there will actually also target me, rather than the Siege Master. Which means the Siege Master will actually survive perfectly fine with just me defending it. And never really be in any particular amount of danger. I mean, with only one mortar firing, it is very difficult and time-consuming to get this done. But it is doable. How dare you? Two can play at the interrupt game, bum. Goodbye. I mean, as you can see, the toxic offshoot is like half dead. Oh, I didn't realize I'd hit the wolves. Whatever. Bye, wolves. There's also the hilarious fact that the wolves in there will occasionally fight them just because. A Toxic Knight got behind me. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to attract more attention to take out that assassin, which was not something I necessarily wanted to do, but unfortunate circumstance that required me doing so. Dang it. Okay, and that should rally me. Good. Okay, now I'm gonna have to actually pump some of this out a little. There we go. Okay. Now, depending on if this person's actually going to stay here, if that person's actually going to stay there, I can come over here. There we go. Oh, why do I have a political text message? Okay, go away. I don't care about your political bullcrap against whatever candidate you're talking about, because I don't care. I promise you who I vote for is going to be my business, nobody else's, and is going to be driven by what I research and find out about their policies and what they've done in the past for the country and in their political jobs, so I have an idea of their policies and things. It's never going to be influenced by ads, text messages, or any other bullcrap that people send me, simply because I don't operate that way. That being said, if you do have political opinions and things, that's fine. Great. Good for you. Congratulations. You're allowed to have them. That is your right under the Constitution. Please keep them out of my chat. Sweet. That one, because I don't actually care. I should probably grab the waypoint, though, before I get too involved. I probably should have honestly grabbed the waypoint before I attacked that queen spider. I think about it. Probably completed a week late. Yep. That queen spider killing me could have been really bad if without that waypoint. Because I would have had to run all the way back up here from the next closest waypoint, which is over here. So, yeah, that would have not been fun. Sweet. Perfect time to finish that. Okay, how is this one further back on the mini-map when that one's further back on the hill? Mini-map, you're failing me. Now, there actually is a decent amount more of this area. As you can see, we're only 75% of the way done. The reason for that is part of this snow-covered area is actually in Gandharan fields. So we will be going into that snow area in a little bit. I'm going to do my gathering and stuff first, obviously. As well as the fact that... What is with these pirates? There's got to be an event going on that I'm not aware of. Sure, I'll jump over to a more populated map. Why not? I don't really care one way or the other. Wonder if I can get them both in at the same time. Sweet. Good luck with that. How dare you? Yay, event succeeded. I heard the last of this. Or us. Yeah, great. Don't care. Come back when you're actually a threat. Thank you. I was gonna say, you wanna give me the area? Now, being as we selected to join the vigil for our character, this is going to be an area we come to quite regularly. The reason for that is quite simply, this is the vigil headquarters. So, the Durman Priory headquarters is in Lorinar's Pass, and honestly, I forget where the headquarters for the Order of Whispers is. I know it's a hidden area in one of the maps. Which, actually, I think it might be in Lion's Arch, now that I think about it. But it's called Chantry of Secrets, and it's tedious because it is needed for map completion, and it's a little hard to get into if you're not part of the Order of Whisperers. So, being as we are part of the Vigil, it's going to be a little more difficult for us to get map completion, but not much. Let's go. Yay. Alright. Now to run down and then up.
Also, that is the captain's airship up there, which is a collective area for players. It is a or node area, I guess would be a good way to put it. It's here. Is this pass gives me permanent access to it. You can buy temporary ones from the gem store, and every once in a while they'll put the permanent ones on sale. Which utilities? I think it's in utilities. It might be under upgrades. Utility has all the harvesting tools and stuff in it. Some of which I have copies of, some of which I don't. Like, this I do have a copy of. This I don't. This one I do. Oh yeah, here we are. Here they are. This one's Armistice Bastion. Which this is the temporary one. Currently the Mistlock Sanctuary permanent one is for sale. For the next 3 days. So if you had 1,000 gems and were to purchase this, you would basically have permanent access to Mistlock Sanctuary, which is similar to the airship with one exception. Mistlock Sanctuary has an extra thing in that it has access to fractals. The other node resource places do not. Same thing with this one. If you get the Lava Lounge Pass here, you get the permanent pass to the Lava Lounge, as well as, if you don't already have it, Living World Season 3, Episode 2, Rising Flames. That way you have access to Ember Bay, which is where that's located. This is the 2-week version of the one that I have here. Here is the 2-week Mistlock Sanctuary Pass. Here's the 2-week Lava Lounge one. Noble's Folly 2-week one. Royal Pass to the Royal Terrace and Divinity's Reach. Thousand Seas Pavilion, which this one is similar to Mistlock Sanctuary, where it has fishing nodes and things that the others do not. So it is nice to get at least one of those. What was I looking up here? There's something else I was going to look at. I don't remember. But anyways, so that's where you get that stuff. And then
as I said, it is nice to have at least one of them. Simply because honestly, they are useful. Do I think they are hard required items? No, not remotely. You, in no way, shape, or form, need a pass to one of those areas. It does make some stuff like crafting and things easier. Um, However, you can find all of the same amenities in any major town. Any of the cities have the same thing. Lion's Arch being the biggest and most prominent one. So there is nothing that you can get by buying one of those passes that you can't get just by going to like Lion's Arch or Divinity's Reach. So, do you actually need one? No. God, no. Of course not. That would be insane. Whoop. Okay. Now, this is the Vigil Armor Smith. This is where you can buy Vigil armor. And there is a collection for each of the groups. The Vigil one is called Vigil's Honor. It does require you to get a full set of all 3 armor classes, as well as every Vigil weapon there is. This is very expensive. Because, as you can see, all of them require at least 1 gold. And when you actually look at it, other than the head and shoulders, when you put them together, they actually total 3 gold apiece. The boots and the chest piece equal 3 gold. Or sorry, the boots and the leggings equal 3 gold. The chest piece and the gloves equal 3 gold. So that's 6 gold right there. The headpiece and the shoulder piece is actually 2 gold and 88 silver. I don't know why they did it that way and why they didn't just make it another 3 gold. But to get an entire armor set of whatever armor class you want is 8 gold and 88 silver. Now, that being said, to get all 3 armor classes and get to be able to finish the achievement, just for the armor, you are looking at a little over 26 gold. That is saying you get no Vigil armor from anywhere else. Now, I don't know of anywhere other than here to get Vigil armor. I have never gotten it as a drop from a mission or anything. I've never gotten it as a reward for any of the story stuff. They may have changed that since the last time I got that far and did in-depth story stuff, especially with Vigil, who are my least favorite of them. The weaponsmith is the same. You can buy every single Vigil weapon here. They do require level 80. However, they are, again, very expensive. As you can see, all of the one-handed or offhand weapons are a little over 3.5 gold, and all of the two-handed ones are a little over 5.5 gold. Now, there is about 16 different weapon classes, or types, I guess is a better way of putting it. Because let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, there's 19. Sorry, I forgot the 3 aquatic weapons, or I guess 2 aquatic weapons and spear now. But, so, there's 19 total weapons. So that is 19 weapons you have to buy, which means at minimum you are spending almost 100 gold on weapons. And keep in mind, all 3 of the factions, groups, whatever you want to call them, have their own achievement. They're all the same. They all require you to get all of their armor and all of their weapons to get an ascended item. They're all ascended amulets. Don't fool yourself into thinking that they're any different. Once you get one, it's basically you have the item for all of them. Now, that being said, to finish all 3 of those collections, you are looking at like 300 gold. It is not a cheap thing to do. And it is not remotely worthwhile. It is definitely a I have more money than I know what to do with type of thing. It is not something I have ever begun to do, as evidenced by the achievements being at 1, 4, and 6, respectively. This is due to the fact that, honestly, I have no desire and don't care. Also, someone is dying to the hero point. Okay, there's 2 people down there. We're good. Who dies to that hero point? Anyways, now we are on the Shiver Peak side of Gandharn Fields. Which, well, I know there is some stuff just to the south of me. I want to run over here and get to the edge of the map just to truly show you guys just how big this map is. Which, actually, I'm going to use my Raptor for it because it's faster. Okay, well, that's finishing up. This is the edge of the map. This here is where the map stops. Portal to the next area over is right here.
So, Gendarin Fields goes from here to here. So, this is how big Gendarin Fields actually is. Which is about the same size as Kessex. And it is just as spread out and just as tedious. Other than the fact that the skill points are a little better spread out, as are the hero or the renowned own hearts. Apparently these raptors thought they'd be funny. But no idea. Haven't unlocked either one. In fact, I'm surprised you have. It's like a long-term achievement thing. That's you ground the crap out of that. Thank you for pushing him away from my attacks. Thank you very much. Don't go anywhere, dude. Yeah. Turn hostile so we can get this going. There we go. Grab a waypoint. Okay, let's
head back over here so we can do some more fights. Okay. Alright then. One more should do it. I guess I can talk to the scout. I mean, obviously the last two are down south from here because that's the only area we haven't been, but... Uh, 16 more veterans. Okay. Okay, looks like we got Watchwork invading. That should be fun. I may or may not take part in that. Oh, okay. I will definitely take part in that. Since it is literally right here. There we go. Now, I'm going to take the chess piece just because, honestly, it's the easiest thing to take and the best thing for me to replace. Use that just because it's fun and entertaining, and to see how many people run over to revive me. Okay. Now, I'm not actually going to continue on with the stuff for Scarlet's Invasion. There was enough people doing them that I am sure it will get done, but I want to finish my heart. There we go. Takes care of that.
Okay. Finish Valor. Let's go ahead and just start Zeal. And we'll just work our way down through the rest of them. Don't want to greet the Lion Guard standing here. I want to harvest the silver. Okay. Now, I'm sure you noticed that, well, you might not have, but that was waypoint 21 of 22. Now, the last waypoint is farther down. There is no waypoint in the airship. You don't have to get to the airship for map completion. None of the areas like the airship require you to get to them to get map completion for an area. Because that would be completely unfair to require a gem store item for map completion. Even if it just required you to get a 2-week pass to the area, that would still require you spending at least 150 gems just to get map completion. And ANET is not that mean. I don't actually know of any games that do. I could be wrong. There might be some that do require real-world transactions or whatever, or in-game currency exchange to their real-world purchasable currency. To complete certain things. I don't know. Guild Wars does not, nor will it ever. Okay. Alright. Now for the fun part. Looks like somebody was recently in here, so hopefully that bodes well for us. Cool. Okay, that is the last hero point in this map. Normally there are some trolls and veterans and a veteran in there, which looks like they are now respawning. Or Ettins, they're not actually trolls, but
So we very much need to get out of here. Neat. Come on, Ed, what did that bunny ever do to you, man? Okay, in we go. Alright, I'm gonna use these 2 frost traps to finish the heart. And then we're going to grab some button mushrooms, move on. That way the heart is done. Going to ignore these, because I just want to get past here. Now, this is where we're going to run into a bit of a problem, because here we're going to have to kind of take everything out. There we go. The reason we kind of have to take everything out there is because otherwise we're going to have 1, several spiders, and 2, multiple veterans fighting us at the same time. Neither of which is a fun prospect on a low-level character. Granted, we are not necessarily low level. However, it is also not a fun prospect on a character that you are not familiar with and don't have good skills with. Now, this is an elite cave spider. This is going to be a giant pain. So we're going to take out the hatchlings first. And then we are going to fight the elite and kind of hope for the best. Because I'm not going to guarantee I can actually kill it. Although I could be wrong and we could easily destroy it. Although I did basically spam through my entire bar to do so. Okay. Now, there is obviously the stuff down there for harvesting. However, because we are done with literally everything else and only need this, we're going to go back and get this. We're also just going to run through all of this stuff for similar reasons to before of I really don't want to fight it and have it slow me down. Mostly because it is literally the last thing. There we go. Now, this is the one waypoint that I absolutely hate. Because there is nothing here. You would think there'd be like a portal here or something, but there really isn't. There is no portal here where you would think one would be. Even if you come down here and look, there's no portal, nothing. If you go back over here and try to go around and go over to this rich silver node, there's more trolls and stuff, but there is absolutely no reason for that waypoint to exist. Other than having a waypoint in this area, which this one's not even that far away, there is zero reason this waypoint should exist. That being said, while it is the most annoying waypoint to me, and it really doesn't need to exist, I do understand why it exists. The reason this waypoint exists is similar to the Kessex Hills one here with the Earthworks Camp waypoint, with it being permanently contested. This waypoint used to actually connect to Lion's Arch. Now, it connected to Old Lion's Arch before Scarlet Briar and Living World Season 1 destroyed it and it had to be rebuilt. So, there did used to be a portal here. However, that no longer exists, and this waypoint is now basically just a useless piece of crap that is just an out-of-the-way thing to get when mapping. None of that's really useful other than the silver ore. Neat. Okay. Let's see what we can pull here. That's a great sword. Let's swap this so I'm actually looking at the right comparison. That's worse. Don't care about you. It's worse. Worse. That's better. Doesn't have a rune, but it's better. Worse. I'll have to compare that manually. Worse, unusable. Alright, let's see. Trident, 430, 475. Okay, it is significantly better than that one, although it has a really shitty sigil for a water weapon. Because there are 0 ogres underwater. And I do mean 0. There is no map that has ogres underwater. Alright. Now that we are 100% done with Gendaran Fields, we are, and I say this with the utmost enthusiasm that I can manage, a renowned, amazing 16% done with the map. We have 100% completed 3 areas and 1 town, and we are at 16%. Are 4 areas, sorry, my bad. 4 areas. Caledon Forest, Brisbane Wildlands, Kessex Hills, and Gendaran Field. And then we have completed the Grove. And that amounts to 16%. Because we are a little over 2 hours, actually almost 2 hours and 15 minutes into this stream, I'm going to take a quick break. Go take care of some stuff, grab a snack, all the normal break things. And I will be back in a few minutes. Okay. Now, I don't feel like fighting my way over here to get this rich silver node. So we're simply going to jump back over here. And we're going to head into Lion's Arch. I'm also going to see how many we're at. 381 out of 1,000. Okay. And welcome to the rebuilt Lion's Arch. Which really is the only Lion's Arch you can see anymore, unfortunately. Outside of one instance event, the attack on Lion's Arch story mission from Living World Season 1. You can't really see the old Lion's Arch anymore. There's no way to get back to it. Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Now, I'm going to pull those out for the simple fact that I can get rid of them here in Lion's Arch. Over here, there is this little Asuran merchant here, who will take these old boosters and, for a small fee, turn them into newer ones that let you activate a generic boost Oh, okay. That one is already in its form. But, so, if you get some of the older ones, this is where you can convert them. This is the newer booster type. And as you can see, I have a lot of different boosters that I never use. Should I? Yes. Yes, I should. I don't, but I should. So, Lion's Arch is a semi-interesting place. Being as it was destroyed and rebuilt, causing the map to be irrevocably changed. The problem with that is the waypoints, the vistas, things like that, all remained in the same locations. Now, right here is where the portal to Gendarn Fields used to be, that went up here, and is why this waypoint exists. It is no longer needed and could realistically just be destroyed. They're never going to, but much like over here, there was once upon a time a different jumping puzzle in here. There is still a jumping puzzle here. Which I have problems doing the jumping puzzle here. Not because of the camera. I'm used to the camera. My problem with the jumping puzzles inside towns are because of my masteries, which grant me speed boosts. Hate when I do that. Okay. There we go. Okay. And there we go. And that's the jumping puzzle. Okay. And away we go. Alright. Now, I'm going to do this just because I haven't for a while. Oop, I forgot it automatically throws you on your skimmer. Oh, right, underwater.
I really need to remember this course. I probably won't actually get gold on this because I screwed up there on the first underwater section, going underwater, but I should still be able to get silver. Alright, let's do it one more time to get gold. Because I should be able to get gold without much difficulty. Being as I really only need to shave like 8 seconds off, and I spent probably at least 6 just screwing up the dive spot in the first place. Now keep in mind, this skimmer, while it can go underwater, is faster above water. There we go. Don't actually care because I'm just going to sell it anyways. There we go. But that is the skimmer training, or the advanced skimmer training adventure here in Lion's Arch. This is a portal that was made that goes into Lorinar's Pass here. I'm not going to be going that way, but it exists. Now, there is another jumping puzzle in the area here that I'm not super thrilled with. It is over here. The annoying part about it is you can die getting into it. There is also a vista over here that you have to figure out how to get back to. that is by the start of the jumping puzzle. And it is not one that you can actually cheese with mounts, because mounts and gliders are blocked in this area, well before you get anywhere close to this vista. Now, this is Shark Maw Cavern. Let's hope I don't die. Okay, I did not die. We have successfully made it down here. Now, let's see if I remember this jumping puzzle. Because I'm not gonna guarantee I do. Now, you can follow this thing. It's not gonna lead you in the right direction, but you can follow him. You can also just ignore it and go the right direction yourself. Which should be right here. Somewhere. There should be a fake wall here. Might be farther up. There's a fake wall here somewhere. Just have to find it. There we go. There we go. There it is. Okay. That strange light will catch up eventually. Now, eventually, after several dead ends and wrong turns, Captain Wident will eventually actually bring you the correct way and get you over here. If you do get ahead of him, he will just kind of naturally respawn. Now, what you need to do here is run perfectly down the center, because otherwise you're going to get hurt badly. Alternatively, you can also wait for the spikes to retract. There is a pitfall trap there. There is another one here. I was apparently too far to one side. I'm going to dodge roll there just to get up here. Okay. Now, this is fun and entertaining to do with a speed boost, because you can very easily overjump that middle platform, but not quite make it all the way to the other side. Now, there are two ways to do this. One, you can go down and get at a torch that's down there. Which is over there. 2, you can kind of cheat and do this. By turning the gamma all the way up, it will allow you to see most of it. I fell. Now, I'm going to actually do this correctly and turn the gamma back down to 1. Because, honestly, that kind of annoys me. I'm also going to grab this torch. He does say it's cheating, but honestly, who cares? He took my torch. How dare he? And the light will flash there periodically as you see, which does allow you to see where you're supposed to jump. I don't happen to have one with me, but if you have a character that has some way to create some kind of field like the Elementalist fire field from Lava Font, then you can use that. Now you have to pick one of these 3, and the clue is to remember where you are. And if you pick the wrong one, you basically land in a death trap. If you select the correct one, then you land where I did, and you can come over, get this chest, and congratulations, you've completed the jumping puzzle. Now, he says you'll never escape, and there is no actual way out of here. He is correct in that. Like, no matter where you go, there is no way to exit out. So, this truly does not have an exit. Also, while you are here for an achievement, you want to sit in this chair. I don't know why I went into collections, because I don't think it's a collection. I need general. Explorer, I think. I have to remember where it is. I do not remember where this is. Alright, let's do this. There it is. It's under community. Okay. That's why I didn't find it. But his chair counts for one of the ones here in this achievement. So don't forget to sit in his chair. And then once that's all said and done, simply waypoint out. Obviously, waypointing in town is free. So, that's there was another jumping puzzle in Lion's Arch that did get destroyed when the map was altered. Called Troll's Revenge. So that one is unfortunately no longer available. However, the corresponding achievement for it was moved down here into historical. In the retired achievement section. So you cannot get it, but it does exist if someone had already had it. So much like some of these other ones, they're things that are no longer available, like the Winter's Day ones from a long time ago. Some of them that are in here are seasonal, like the seasonal activities for the Dragon Bash stuff. The Super Adventure Box is seasonally available. The Shadows of the Mad King ones will become available in October for the Halloween stuff. Some of them won't. I mean, like, obviously these ones won't ever be available again. The Wondrous Workshop of Toymaker Tix will be. Same thing with, like, Winter's Presents. Those will become available in their corresponding season and their corresponding events. Obviously, the jumping puzzle ones that are here, these are all still completely available jumping puzzles that you can do. This is the one we just did. This is Troll's End. Troll's Revenge is not available, so but But if you are curious about the event, that's what the person pinged there. It's this. Everyone currently has this on their bar. It is basically just the extra stuff you earn for it being the anniversary. So it does mean that this week when I am playing, I may spend some time in World vs. World. I won't be streaming World vs. World, but I may go spend some time in there with my Elementalist. Simply to complete some reward tracks. Mainly because I could really use completing the Gift of Battle reward track a couple of times. I could really use completing this because it's kind of needed for legendaries. So I hate when I do that. Jump, jump, jump. Auto run. Okay. Now, if you're wondering, I am not actually holding anything here. I did set it to just auto run, and I am simply adjusting the camera with my mouse just to keep from falling off. It does get a little trickier as you get higher and the spiral gets tighter, but it's not the first time I've done this. I don't know why that removed my diving goggles, but whatever. Now, as you can see, because it's a town, it does give you access to the entire map when you first load in. We do have a fair amount of stuff still to get. I mean, as you can see, we still have several waypoints, a lot of POIs, and numerous vistas to get. It is a very open map. It is also one of the easier ones to explore, simply because it is all fairly straightforward. Other than the underwater ones like this, there really aren't any levels to worry about like the Grove or Black Citadel have. So I do find it to be a much easier map to explore. And being as it is a town, if you have the masteries for the Central Tyria stuff, come on, get up there. You can actually get through this fairly quickly. Simply because you do have this permanent speed boost. But because I have Leader of the Pack fully trained, I do have this. I'm also going to come down here. There's a different way to get in here, but this is a little quicker. This is where you can actually ecto gamble without having the item you've seen me use on previous streams. That being said, because I'm crazy, I am going to do a little bit of ecto gambling while I'm here, starting at 432 ecto and 56 gold. Okay, well, we're even on gold. We are down ecto, but we are even on gold. Alright, down a little further on ecto, but we are actually up a little bit of gold. Okay, we broke even on ecto on that one, and we are up even more on gold. So, let's go ahead and just buy all 20 of these, and we are still up about 12 gold. We are down several ecto, though, which is unfortunate, but yep, okay. Well, we did make about 23 gold off of this. However, we did lose several ecto in the process. Because we did lose about 100 ecto, which is not a good exchange, I promise you. But to actually get the item I have, you have to buy 100 of these, which is very expensive and very risky and doesn't generally pan out much. I don't generally recommend it. That being said, I also don't worry about money or ectos, really, because I can always get more. Neither one of them are very concerning to me or things that I particularly worry about having enough of. Well, I will need ecto for some crafting and stuff later on. And gold is always useful. I don't really worry about it too much. There are some days where I will actually do the ecto gambling there and actually come out ahead on both ecto and gold, sometimes by an extreme amount, actually. Um, so it is possible to actually get a beneficial ecto gamble. It's rare. Most times I end up losing one or both of the things. Come on. Ugh. I hate when I get stuck in these spots. Come on. There we go. Okay. I always forget it's up the stairs I need to go. Now, this will start collections for you. I've done them all, and I have all these recipes, so he isn't really useful to me. But, he does sell you items to start some of the collections. I don't think I actually need anything right now. I think I have all these recipes already. I don't have the laurels for any of those. I mean, I know there's stuff here in the Ascended things that I could get recipes for, because I don't have all of those unlocked, but don't really need those. Don't care about these. Some of this stuff would be cool, but I don't feel like getting them right now. You can also get obsidian shards here, as well as crafting materials. And you can get this stuff from any laurel merchant. It doesn't just have to be the one here. They all have the same stuff. Oops. Stairs, Philip. Okay. Now that we have mostly ran the giant circle of Lion's Arch, we are basically ready to start working our way to... You want to give me the thing? To each individual remaining thing before we start the level 40 story. Come on. Get up there. Fine. How did I... I don't know how I managed to hit, like, that rope or something, but whatever. Actually, I want to go down the other way. Because I need to go up this way. So I can go up to the bar. And then remember how to get up to this vista. Come on. Jump up on the rope. Don't ask me why these ropes have collision and you can walk on them. They just do. Alright. Now, a couple more areas to go hit. And then we will be done with Lion's Arch. Okay, this is another vista that I don't particularly care for with the speed boost, because it is very easy to overjump that. I am actually surprised I got that on the first try. Also, in here is a vendor for basically every single thing that is festival related. If you have a Guild Wars 1 account linked, you can get the Hall of Monuments Portal Stone here. You can also get basically anything that you've received that you may have accidentally deleted that is needed for something else. from the Lost and Found shiny here. Then, of course, there's, Lunar New Year, Super Adventure Box, Dragon Bash, Four Winds, Sovereign Weapons from the Four Winds, and the Queen's Jubilee. Halloween, which, if you can get it, this is actually the easiest place to get 20 slot bags, because you can simply get a crap ton of candy corn, get some cobs, and then buy 20 slot Halloween pails. And then, of course, there's Winter's Day, which the only thing you can get there is snow diamonds. The Halloween vendor will be the next event. Winter's Day will be towards the end of the year. Then there's, a basic merchant that sells pretty much everything that a normal merchant does, including 4 slot bags for some stupid reason. And then you've got your standard armor and weaponsmiths that basically sell garbage. Armor and weapons, should you need it. There's really no reason to ever buy anything from most of those people, with possibly the exception of the festival vendors. I mean, to be perfectly honest, there's barely any reason to ever actually go into Hooligan's route. The exception being if you have a tri-color key. That's where the tri-key chest is. Yawn. Okay. Now we're going to go through here and loop back over to these vistas that are over here. One of them is slightly annoying. One of them is just kind of dumb. This one is slightly annoying. The other one is just kind of dumb. What I'm going to do is talk to him. Say, you bet. And then I'm going to aim here. And then pull back as I'm flying through the air. Because while I aimed here, I would have landed like here if I hadn't pulled myself back. And then we go back over this way. Because the other vista's up over here. Now, that one out there that I used the leap skill for can actually easily be gotten if you have a sky scale. Same with this one. However, I decided to do both of them the normal way. Actually, I need to be up on that bridge. Just in case you don't have a sky scale or some other mount to get you out there. I don't remember if this is the last POI or not. It is. Okay, cool. That's everything for Lion's Arch. Now, like any other city, you get some experience and a transmutation charge. That's it. You don't really get anything super impressive because we got level 57 there. We did get some hero points, so we can train Zeal further. Which, to finish that, we need 40 more hero points. And to finish both of these, we need 60 each. So we will need 160 total to finish all of our training. And then we will need a bunch more for our elite spec training, but that's much easier to achieve because the expansion hero points grant 10 hero points each instead of 1. And as you can see, there are plenty of hero points left, being as we still have 162 of them to complete when we only need 160. And we will, of course, be getting more hero points as we level up as well still, such as if you saw there at level 59, we will automatically be given more. So we will end up with about 30, 35-ish extra hero points when all is said and done from hero challenges. So they do make it so you can fully train all of your traits and everything without actually needing to 100% map complete all hero challenges, which is nice, but it's just there. And honestly, you get so many from the expansion ones that because each one of the hero points in the expansion gives you 10, that you'll end up with way more hero points than you need. Now, this mission specifically changes depending on what race you are. That is why the text here says speak to your friend, because which one you are talking to depends on your race. If you are Savari, you speak to Kaith. If you are human, you speak to Logan. If you are Char, it is Ritlock. Norn is Air, and Asura is Zoja. They have some bad blood history between them. There's a lot of stuff that goes on between them. And they kind of all blame each other. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry, you guys get back together eventually. Yeah. So there's several problems with Destiny's Edge. Um that might be a problem. Mm. My plans tonight might end up getting messed up because of weather. So, okay then. That will be interesting and something I will have to look at in a little while. Okay. And for completing that, you do get a Black Lion key, which is nice. It'd be great if you got like 5 of them, but it is what it is. Ha! Nice. Level 75 exotic spear. That's great. I'll actually hold on to that, I think. Okay. Now, these annoy me. The die kits annoy me because, well, they pull from a pool of 25 colors with 6 exclusive colors. All of the dies have an equal chance to drop, which means you're more likely than not going to get a non-exclusive die, and it's going to be garbage. Like there. Common banana die. Absolutely garbage. Alright. Moving right along. We are now going to actually meet our mentor slash advisor boss, whatever you want to consider them. Um, for our group.
You might want to end stream early. There's lots of thunderstorms coming through.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you.
Blaze, come. Okay,
I'm not super concerned about it.
gotcha.
Yeah, you guys have been doing a wonderful job so far. Been doing a wonderful job so far. Now, yeah, I don't care. That sounds about normal. Yeah, good luck with that. Now, this sends us to a very difficult place to get to. Um, the reason I say that is because Ebonhawk is over here. In Fields of Ruin. And to get there, we have to go through Divinity's Reach. Because reasons. Now, because of that, I will go over and take the Asura portal from Lion's Arch to Divinity's Reach. This does, however, mean because we are entering it, I will complete Divinity's Reach before moving on to go to Fields of Ruin and Ebonhawk. However, I am going to be doing that next time. Um, for right now, I'm going to be signing off and things. Well, I did plan to stream for a little longer. I do have some stuff going on a little later tonight, as well as the fact that there are some pretty severe thunderstorms rolling through my area right now. So I don't necessarily want to have any issues with that. I'm not worried about my computer or anything. It's all plugged in through surge protectors and, has protection and backups and stuff to maintain its power should it need it. But, I don't necessarily want to take any risks either. So I will see everyone next stream, and I do appreciate all of the views, chats, follows, any of that stuff. And once again, I will see everyone at the next stream.